unfortunately, I did go through quite a few of the boxes, and there wasn't anything like super exciting. I mean, it's still Magic cards, and they're cool to look at, but I don't know if I'll have another video after this one of the cards. It depends on what else I can find. But a lot of the boxes had just like basic lands, and once you've seen one, you've almost seen them all. They don't change a whole lot. So I did put aside this little stack of cards. I did put aside this stack that we can go through, and I thought some of it was pretty interesting to look at. If you have any info on these cards, or if you see something cool or interesting, please comment down below and let us all know. I like learning more about Magic, and I'm sure a lot of the viewers do too. So we'll just jump right into it, but like I said, this might be the last video for this collection at least, since I'm not quite sure what else is in it. I don't think that there's going to be a lot of super interesting things left. So without further ado, we will go through this stack. And of course, the first card I have for you is a Therese Nielsen Sliver card. We have Victual Sliver. It is a green and white 2/2 by Therese Nielsen. I love the art. It is a sliver, and each sliver gains pay 2. Sacrifice this creature to gain 4 life. And it's cool because it's got the old border. Now there were like 5 of these, I think, in a row. So it was kind of cool to have multiple of these. Here we have Etched Oracle. Etched Oracle. It is a 4-mana artifact creature that has Sunburst. This comes into play with a +1/+1 counter on it for each color of mana used to pay its cost. You can pay 1, remove 4 +1/+1 counters from Etched Oracle, and target player draws 3 cards. It is a 0/0, which is why you need Sunburst. Then we have Dark Heart Sliver. Dark Heart Sliver. I thought the art on this was interesting. It kind of looks like a leaf as its mouth, but obviously more menacing. And it is by RK Post, and I have met him, and he does amazing art, and his tokens are cool. I think I've mentioned it before. So if you ever have a chance to go to a GP and he's there, you have to check out his tokens. They're really cool. So this is a black and green sliver, and all slivers have sacrifice this creature. You gain 3 life, and it is a 2/2. I thought this one was cool because, it's something to do with vampire. So it's Vampiric Link. It is a 1 black enchantment aura. Enchant a creature. Whenever enchanted creature deals damage, you gain that much life. And I like this set because of the border and the art that it just has. It's always been a cool set. And this one I thought was interesting because it is foil, and it is a really creepy art. I don't know if you can see that, like the face, how it shines. It's creepy. But this is Skeletal Grimace. It is an enchantment aura from the original Innistrad. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has pay a black to regenerate this creature. It's just a creepy art. Here is Ancient Grudge, which is a very good card, especially in Pauper. Destroy target artifact, and you can flash it back for a green mana. I saw this one and I thought it was pretty cool looking. We have Deadhead. It is a zombie. It is a 3/3 zombie. Put Deadhead into play. Use this ability only if any opponent loses contact with his or her hand of cards, and only if Deadhead is in your graveyard. Now obviously this card is not legal because it has the silver border. But I thought it was just kind of a fun, like it's a hippie zombie because it's got a peace sign necklace there. It just looks like it's on an acid trip or something. Anyway. And then we have another silver bordered card. And I love cows. So when I saw this, I got really excited because I did not know that this card existed. It is called Crazy Cow. And during your upkeep, roll a 6-sided die. On a 1, sacrifice Crazy Cow, and it deals 3 damage to each creature and player. And it is a 3/3 Crazy Cow. You can see its eyes it's a little crazy. I did put a few slivers aside, as you can see. There were quite a few slivers in this one box that I found. So this is Fury Sliver. Fury Sliver. It is a sliver and it's a 3/3. All slivers have double strike, although it does cost quite a bit. It is 6 mana for a 3/3, but it gives them all double strike. Double strike. Here we have Mark of the Vampire, an enchantment aura. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and has lifelink. Here we have a Screeching Bat, which I believe has been reprinted recently as well. I think in like was it a fancy set or like one of those, not like a secret lair, but similar. Anyway, this is a bat with flying, and at the beginning of your upkeep, you may pay 4. If you do, transform Screeching Bat. It is a 2/2, and then it flips into Stalking Vampire. A vampire 5/5. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may pay 4, and if you do, you can transform it back into the Screeching Bat. Here we have Pestilence. Pestilence, an enchantment. At the end of any turn, if there are no creatures in play, bury Pestilence. You can pay a black, and Pestilence deals 1 damage to each creature and player. Now, I'm pretty sure that this is played in the mono black pauper deck. It's the one that has like the gray merchants and such. I'm pretty sure it plays this, and that's why I set it aside. Here we have Virtue's Ruin. Destroy all white creatures. This includes your white creatures. I liked it because it's got the old border. It's bolded, and the art is pretty cool. Plus, I'm not very familiar with this set, so I don't even know what this set is called. Here's another sliver. Clot Sliver. Each sliver gains pay 2 to regenerate this creature, and this is a 1/1 with cool old art. Here we have a cute little, like a Christmas, is that like a, what are they, otter or something, or a mouse, maybe it's just a giant rat, but this is Infernal Spawn of Evil. It costs 10 mana for an 8/8, and it is a creature demon child. I just loved the art on this. It has flying, first strike, and trample. If you say, I'm coming to, as you search your library, you may pay 2 and reveal Infernal Spawn of Evil from your library to have it deal 2 damage to a player of your choice. Do this no more than once each turn. I don't know if you can see the art, but I just thought that was really cute. And here we have a cool foil island. I don't know if you can see the foil on that. I like the retro foil. I don't know why this one's in here, but we have Staff of Zegan. Pay 3, target creature loses -2/-0 until end of turn. Creatures with power less than 1 deal no damage. Interesting card. But it is by Mark Poole, and he does a lot of cool art, especially for lands. I've also met him, and he's a pretty cool guy too. Here we have Pyroblast, which is pretty popular, I think, in Pauper. Counterspell, of course. Counterspell. controls no islands. If at any time you control no islands, bury Sea Serpent. I don't normally like the white bordered cards personally, and there was a lot of them in these boxes, so I didn't put a whole lot of them off to the side. Then we have Proper Burial, an enchantment. Whenever a creature you control is put into a graveyard from play, you gain life equal to that creature's toughness. Here we have Red Elemental Blast. Counter target blue spell or destroy target blue opponent. Imagine, destroy my blue opponent. No, target blue. Permanent. I always liked the art on this one. And then we have another cool, Foil Mountain. We have Animate Dead, enchant dead creature. Any creature in any graveyard comes into play on your side with -1 to its original power. At end of game, or if this enchantment is discarded without removing target creature from play, target creature is returned to its owner's graveyard. Target creature may be killed as normal. I think they just did, in the Unfinity set there was an Animate Graveyard. That card was insane. Like, you animate an entire graveyard. It was crazy. Here we have Vernal Equinox, an enchantment. Any player may play creature and enchantment spells anytime he or she could play an instant. And this is by Rebecca Quay. I love her art too. She's one of my top favorite artists for Magic. However, I didn't know that this was actually her card. It didn't look too much like her art, but it's still a cool card. Okay, and then we have Psychic Possession, an enchantment aura. Enchant opponent. Skip your draw step. Whenever enchanted opponent draws a card, you may draw a card. Another Foil Mountain. No, it's a swamp. I am so sorry. I don't know what my issue is today. This is not a mountain. This is a swamp. And here we have Hide and Seek. The hide says put target artifact or enchantment on the bottom of its owner's library. And seek. Search target opponent's library for a card and remove that card from the game. You gain life equal to its converted mana cost. Then that player shuffles his or her library. Here we have a foil. Battle Grace Angel with flying and exalted. And whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gains lifelink until end of turn. And this is a 4/4. Let's see if you can see that. I like the older foiling on cards. It just looks better. Yavimaya Enchantress foil. I like the art on this one. Yavimaya Enchantress gets +1/+1 for each enchantment in play, and she's a 2/2. Here we have Zodiac Monkey. It has Forest Walk, and it's a 2/1. He's gonna come get you. Let's see if I can get the... Oh, this must have snuck in there. Snow-covered forest. Here we have Sacrifice. Sacrifice one of your creatures to add to your mana pool a number of black mana equal to that creature's casting cost. Here we have Drudge Skeletons, and you can pay 1 to regenerate it. It's a 1/1 skeleton. Here is Tunnel Vision. Name a card. Target player reveals cards from the top of his or her library until the named card is revealed. If it is, that player puts the rest of the revealed cards into his or her graveyard and puts the named card on top of his or her library. Otherwise, the player shuffles his or her library. Here we have Hibernation Sliver. It is a 2/2. Each sliver gains pay 2 life. Return this creature to owner's hand. Then we have Grape Shot Catapult. Tap to deal 1 damage to target flying creature. It's a 2/3. Crystal Chimes. Pay 3, tap it, sacrifice Crystal Chimes. Return all enchantment cards from your graveyard to your hand. Jalum Tome. You can pay 2 to tap it, draw a card, then choose and discard a card from your hand. Zombie Master. All zombies in play gain Swamp Walk and pay a black, regenerate for as long as this card remains in play. This is a 2/3 Summon Lord Zombie Master. Oh, we've seen this one already. Blinding Angel. And this is Portcullis. Whenever any creature comes into play, if there are 2 or more other creatures in play, set that creature aside. If Portcullis leaves play, put the creature into play under its owner's control. Then we have Early Harvest. Target player untaps all basic lands he or she controls. Greater Good. An enchantment. Sacrifice a creature. Draw cards equal to the sacrificed creature's power, then discard 3 cards. I thought this was interesting because it actually quotes Frankenstein. To examine the causes of life, we must first have recourse to death. Mary Shelley, Frankenstein. I thought that was interesting. Experiment Garage. It is a legendary creature. Ooze Mutant. Experiment has all activated abilities of each other creature with a +1/+1 counter on it. Tap it to put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, and it is a 4/6. Is it Locust, Miser, or Miser? Anyway, it is a rat shaman. Each opponent's maximum hand size is reduced by 2, and it is a 2/2. Miri the Cursed. Legendary creature, Vampire Cat. I mean, how could I not show you a Vampire Cat? Flying for strike and haste. When Miri the Cursed deals combat damage to a creature, put a +1/+1 counter on Miri the Cursed, and it is a 3/2. Here we have a foil Naya Charm. I love the art on that. Choose 1. Naya Charm deals 3 damage to target creature, or return target card in a graveyard to its owner's hand, or tap all creatures target player controls. Here we have a foil Swarm of Rats. It is a rat, and Swarm of Rats' power is equal to the number of rats you control. And this one quotes Dracula. Rats, rats, rats. Hundreds, thousands, millions of them, and every one a life. Bram Stoker, Dracula. Or is it Bram? Whatever. Here we have a foil Perplex. The foiling is so cool in that one. Perplex. Counter target spell unless its controller discards his or her hand, and you can transmute it. Here we have Fireball. Goblin King. Other goblins get +1/+1 and have Mountain Walk, and it is a 2/2 Goblin Lord. The goblet that reminds me of the Goblin King from The Hobbit. I don't know if anybody's familiar with that, but here we have Blazing Archon. Flying and creatures can't attack you. It is a 5/6 Archon. Golgari Grave Troll. Now I'm pretty sure that this card is played in Modern. I thought it was played in like a troll deck. So I kept this aside because I thought that was pretty cool. Golgari Grave Troll comes into play with a +1/+1 counter on it for each creature card in your graveyard. You can pay 1, remove a +1/+1 counter from the Grave Troll to regenerate the Grave Troll, and it has Dredge 6, and it is a 0/0 Skeleton Troll. I'll keep that off to the side. Foil Spellbreaker Behemoth. It can't be countered, and creature spells you control with power 5 or greater can't be countered. It is a 5/5 beast. Esper Panorama. I'm not going to read it, I just thought that was cool. Rakdos Pit Dragon. You can pay 2 and it gains flying, or you can pay 1 and it gets +1/+0 until end of turn. It is a 3/3 dragon. Sprouting Pithohydra. It has Defender, and when the Pithohydra is dealt damage, you may put a token into play that's a copy of Sprouting Pithohydra. It is a 0/2. Blasphemous Act. Spellbook. You can pay 0 to skip your discard phase. Mind Moil. Whenever you play a spell, put the cards in your hand on the bottom of your library in any order, then draw that many cards. Instill Energy. Enchanted creature. Enchanted creature is unaffected by summoning sickness. Pay 0, untap enchanted creature. Use this ability only during your turn and only once each turn. Stark of Wrath, or Wraith, I think it's Wrath. Tap to destroy target artifact or creature. That permanent's controller gains control of Stark of Wrath permanently. And a little cool, vampire token with lifelink. Kind of looks like Sorin to me, but I don't know if it's supposed to be or not. Oh, that's another, oopsie, Instill Energy. Here we have Goblin Bomb, an enchantment. During your upkeep, you may choose to flip a coin. Target opponent calls heads or tails while the coin is in the air. If the flip ends up in your favor, put a fuse counter on Goblin Bomb. Otherwise, remove a fuse counter from Goblin Bomb. Remove 5 fuse counters from Goblin Bomb. Sacrifice Goblin Bomb. Goblin Bomb deals 20 damage to target player. That is a lot of damage. Utopia Tree. You can tap to add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool, and it is a 0/2 plant. Looks like a happy little tree, doesn't it? Wild Pear. Enchantment. Whenever a creature comes into play, if you played it from your hand, you may search your library for a creature card with the same total power and toughness and put it into play. If you do, shuffle your library. Possessed Portal. 8 mana artifact. If a player would draw a card, that player skips that draw instead. At the end of each turn, each player sacrifices a permanent unless he or she discards a card from his or her hand. Here we have a Slumbering Dragon. It is a 1 mana 3/3 with flying. Slumbering Dragon can't attack or block unless it has 5 or more +1/+1 counters on it. Whenever a creature attacks you or a planeswalker you control, put a +1/+1 counter on Slumbering Dragon. Here we have Summoning Station, a 7 mana artifact where you tap it, put a 2/2 colorless pincher token into play. Whenever an artifact is put into a graveyard from play, you may untap Summoning Station. Oh, I don't know why this one's in here, but we have Battering Ram. Dragon Engine, you can pay 2 and it gets +1/+0 until end of turn. It is a 1/3 artifact creature. And we will end this video, I guess, with a Shivan Dragon. It is a 5/5 dragon with flying, and you can pay red to give it +1/+0 until end of turn. Well, thank you so much for watching, and if you want more MTG content, please consider liking and subscribing. I probably won't be posting a video this weekend, but I will most likely resume on Monday, and I will be posting some more videos. If you have any recommendations on videos you'd like to see, I will probably be posting a deck tech video next week. But if there's anything in particular that you are looking for, please let me know, and I will see you all soon.